What's up? We keep hearing the line that there is no link between crime and immigration. I keep saying it though, that people that are arriving in this country, we're certainly not getting the best of the best from other places. We're getting people that are criminals and people that have absconded from countries that are up to no good. And in the haystack, I would say, maybe a needle in the haystack, we are getting some good come in. But that is few and far between as far as I'm concerned, because here's the thing, the likes of the housing crisis, the hospital crisis, the crime wave that's happening now, particularly the migrant crime wave, these things are all intrinsically linked. So anyone that wants to feed you the line, like the government, like Hannah McEntee or other politicians that are out there, or even woke talk, news talk, I mean, excuse me for that one, with Kieran Cuddihy trying to play down the amount of migrant crime that's going on here in this country. You know, these people, as far as I'm concerned, have an awful lot to answer for and should absolutely be held accountable. I mean, to me, they're actually assisting stuff like this. The fact that they don't want to defend this country and defend the people of this country and instead want to turn on its own citizens, questioning what is native Irish? Why are these people upset? Why are they upset with people being dropped into their areas and people not knowing who these people are? And particularly an awful lot of dudes. Well, here's why. This is a very simple story as to why people don't want an awful lot of individuals being airdropped into their areas and being forced to live within their community. Now, we saw a comment from an English guy not too long ago, and he talked about people that moved into his street, for example, and he said there's only one way of dealing with that. Now, I thought that that was very interesting, but when you see comments and indeed stories like these, it comes as no surprise because the system that we have here is incredibly laxy daisy. It's unbelievable, actually, how it's operating and how there's nobody, absolutely nobody within the government or in the judicial system that's looking to review this. Instead, they're looking to try and counter people like me and you telling the truth, showing this and telling people what's going on. That's what they're actively looking to do, instead of making people aware of people like this. This guy was on an Interpol list. I haven't seen this fella's picture until now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why is his face not plastered everywhere? Would make you think, wouldn't it? So they say Beast found evil you know what on run from UK prison sentence, caught by Gardaí on Irish motorway after secret life hiding in rural town. No doubt, probably, allegedly, spectively, checking for tax and registration and all that, you know what I mean? Things that can give the government money. And then you see this then coming out of it, you know, a complete and utter fuck up, if ever there was one, in terms of a fines that they've made, that they should have, and this is the thing, people will applaud the Gardaí for catching this guy, but they should have caught him before he entered the country, because you know what should have happened? There should have been very stringent and strict checks on this guy coming into this country. Now I know what you'll say, but Ninja, he might have come in from Northern Ireland, very possible. But what I'd also say there is, I'd have no problem with, I would say, reinstalling the border, because why not? If the north of Ireland doesn't give a fuck about people coming down from there into our country, why should we give a fuck about a border being put up there? That's as far as I'm concerned. Because this is the game that's being played now in terms of politics, that we are being told, oh, United Ireland would be so good. Well, hang on here for a second. We've got people that are coming over from the UK. They heard about that Rwanda policy and they were like, let's get out of here quick sharp. Got over to the north of Ireland and have travelled down. These are things that have happened. So you've got this guy here that found his way into Ireland. Now, I'm not saying that Northern Ireland let him through. I'm just saying that it seems to me an awful lot of these videos that we've seen with the likes of Yellow Regis coming down to Dublin city centre and dropping families of people off that are foreigners, seems to me like that could be something that could potentially be happening, you know. So anyway, evil attacker Dimitri Seban, 31, has been on the run since 2021. Now, according to this article, they go on and say then that he was discovered and he had been in the country. I mean, incredible that, isn't it? Look at this. One of Europe's most wanted. Pure, absolute fluke. You know what I mean? Now, again, like I said, credit them for picking this guy up. But to be honest with you, like, that's kind of where I lean towards. I lean towards, like, you should have caught him before he was able to wander around the country for about a year. You know what I mean? Like, the Beast was in court for his role in the brutal, you know what, of a teenage girl in Ailing, UK in August 2017. CBAM was part of a four-man gang who received a total of 71 years in 2021 for subjecting their victim to prolonged and repeated attack. After his failure to appear in court, he received a 16-year sentence in his absence for that. Incredible, not that he's only received 16 years though for that, isn't it? He was immediately placed on Interpol's most wanted list as he moved between different European countries. Now, I find something very interesting about this article. The article takes a while to get into it, but it says then eventually that he was in Ireland since early 2024. Like, look at this. Investigators believe. Now, again, I'm just going to hone in on those two words there, right? Investigators believe. So that is not something that they can absolutely determine here from this article. So that to me is alarm bells. That's a red flag to me. That makes them look like they're not fucking stupid. That this guy was able to wander around here for maybe the guts of 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, we need more clarity on that one, I think. He moved to Ireland earlier this year and settled in County Kildare, but his secret life was uncovered this week when he was caught by Gardaí. So, again, when stopped, he appeared nervous as Gardaí checked his identity. Like, it's horrendous that this is going on, but the reality of the situation is that we obviously have no actual borders. Because if this guy is out to slip through, like, there's only one or two ways really he can get through. Well, I suppose you might want to extend it into 3. Some people might want to extend it into 3. He's either getting in through Dublin Airport, he's either getting in through Northern Ireland, or he's getting on through the boat. So, which is it? And if it is one of those 3, it's a very simple thing to do. Should the government not enact this tomorrow? I mean, this is what an actual government would do. Checks for everybody coming in. Now, here's the thing, and here's where this goes. So just so as everybody else knows. Where this is entering and why we are moving towards criminals being ushered into our country and then being let run roughshod over our country is because this government and world governments want to establish a digital ID. So that's why you are seeing this now and why you're going to continue seeing this. Now, obviously, I'm going to keep reporting on these people in our country and say the very sensible and common sense thing, which is these people shouldn't be here. They should be returned to where they came from. They should have been checked before they came in here. But this is the other sinister way that this government are using situations like these. So just so you're aware that that's the ultimate plan, is to make sure that digital IDs are not only called for, but begged for to be brought in. For your own safety. That's what they say. No. What happened to the idea of a guy sitting on a desk in the airport or on the port or up in Northern Ireland at the barrier, or maybe you would even say border, and checking people who are coming through? If you do not have documents, you do not get through. Simple as. You see what I mean? So anyway, this is another harrowing story. This is just one of the individuals that was roaming around our country. Can you only believe that the countless others that are there too? And like I said, Interpol's most wanted list, haven't seen this fella's face before. Weird that, isn't it? Weird when you start to think about it like that. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Good luck.